Viznik could use some help.
Stranger, he should not be.
Outsider is not one of us.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us. He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
An experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
Your own little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... The man outside.
I know what it's like outside, trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror, between resolutions and registry codes, the canned laughter, the scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here. Bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
I may not know exactly what's going on here, but I do know that an honest man wouldn't need to hide behind a screen.
I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to be the best version of yourself.
Viznik said I had to see through you, your attempts at manipulation, to see you for what you...
Some part of you abhors violence. Some part of everyone does. See, I know you better than you know yourself. I know you don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You don't want me to leave, like Viznik.
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
think you're the one who's harming these people.
As you can see, I'm not harming anyone. I know you believe.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear.
He's freed us from dark.
An ideal for all of us to live up to. You have dressed it, and you will keep it
The
forever.
original six were drawn to Richard's voice. We listened.
It's important not to die. Do not be like this.
The skeptic. All he... Can you all feel it? We are becoming someone else, not you. The skeptic. All he sees is sewers and bums. I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. I see what you see when you close your eyes. That other place, the place we were never really part of, it belongs to them. It's always belonged to them. In their world, we are the humiliated, the scavengers. Get away from there. I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. I see what you see when you close your eyes. Discard the darkness. Suppress your sinister thoughts. Suppress the memories of what happened to you, to those you loved. Embrace our new life together. Embrace the sound of my voice. Pablo, look at me, Pablo. Don't be scared. I need you to know that you're not alone. I need you to know it in your bones. This is what happens when the outside world tries to quit me.
Leave me, please. I have money. Do not kill me. Go away. I have children. Please, I will do anything you say.
away from there! This is what happens when the outside world tries to quit me. You're safe here with me. I promise. There's nothing I won't do to keep you here and safe. Here, it's all we... This is what happens when the outside world tries to creep in. The storm has passed. It's over now. Close your eyes. Open them. And feel free of the violence. It's a capital G garden, Martha. An ideal for all of us to live up to. You have...
Stop this! We didn't want this here!
Around the clock. But it wasn't all of it.
I didn't see anything. Nothing. Just leave me alone. Please, leave me, Master. Go away.
I shouldn't be here.
I cannot hear his voice in my head anymore.
He can be very convincing if you let him. Even if you don't. garbage.
Feels strange.
What?
I
What if
feel
our
like
happiness
myself.
isn't real?
He can be very convincing if you let him. Even if you don't.
You've ruined it.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. The other...
I'm not a model of separation.
You were right to question him. The fact that you were able to at all...
I became I again.
It's a good thing you did. God knows how far this might have gone if Richard had been left.
We came to him because we didn't fit there, so...
You're out now, Wisnik. There should be nothing more drawing.
I want to be... I want to be... I am alone.
You've ruined it.
Leave me alone. No, please don't hurt me.
Wisnik could use some help.
Stranger, he should not be.
Simon is not one of us.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us.
He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
An experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
Your own little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... The man outside.
I know what it's like outside, trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror, between resolutions and registry codes, the canned laughter, the scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here, bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? Like Visnik?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear. I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. I see what you see when you close your eyes. Nothing can exist without people imagining it first. Take pride in what we're doing, in the kind of community we're building together. Our focus, our concentration. We are advancing man's capacity for peace by leaps and bounds. Don't be scared. I need you to know that you're not alone. I need you to know it in your bones.
I can still hear it. It's like a mosquito in my brain.
Beware the cults. Do not give in to easy answers.
Now let's see. Dneska není bezpečno. Radši se někde schovejte, policajti dneska řádí.
Oh, you have returned, Seeker. Are you prepared to open your...
I have found the answer. Wisdom
Power
lies
to the
in
people.
machine god praise.
Deus is the man. She'll set you up.
Yes.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
Do not hesitate. Do not live in fear any longer. Faith in the machine god. No one cares about the
Wonderful.
Yes, you have some questions.
How does this Rabia work? Do you need Augs to build it, or do you want us to live there?
Well, both, actually. Although everyone is welcome. It's being built by the Augmented for the Augmented.
How is it different from the Utala complex?
There's no comparison. Utalek was a place to put people, just a way to move the problem.
Rabia is built for you to live in.
Okay. Can I keep this pamphlet?
Of course. Have a good day. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one?
And you're going to tell me it's down to...
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take...
In the deserts of Oman. I've seen the news stories.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word. To make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for...
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
I appreciate that you...
And the world won't allow... Santo is the only corporation in the world...
That must be convenient.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimate...
What guarantee?
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it...
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why...
I thought the Udalek complex was Santo's future for...
Not through our plan. Utalek was supposed to be a...
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look...
It's out of our hands. Since the incident...
So this incentive program...
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even...
Yeah, I think
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint. Fully...
Right. Unfortunately, most of the vision... You've given me a lot to chew on.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not...
Santo says they're going to make the future a better place. They should concentrate on fixing the present.
Pouze v případě nouze volejte 112. Na místní oddíl státní policie se obracejte přímo.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Watch my back! Neutralized!
Pouze v případě nouze volejte 112. Na místní oddíl státní policie se obracejte přímo.
When you wish upon a star.
What?
The song. It's in the...
It makes me think of the old puppet shop. You remember when we were kids?
Go back.
So much magic. Shame it's closed now.
That place should have been burned to the ground years ago. Fucking puppets and clowns are the spawn of the devil.
Státní policie má oprávnění během stavu nouze vykonávat prohlídky. Prosíme o spolupráci za všech okolností.
telling me you don't think they should all be moved there?
Right here in the city.
Until the rubble at Rosika Station is cleared, metro service outside the core is impossible.
City has gone to hell.
He tried to pay with a credit card?
I couldn't believe it. Please tell me how to get the numbers to credit card.
Put it down. This way. No, that way.
Thank you.
Just around the corner. Okay,
I can help you with something, yes?
Some version of you is perfect. You are not her.
I'm looking for Laborio.
It is me. You have come for the magic?
I'm hoping you can help me make sense of something. A strange encounter I had.
Richard is a...
I'm not sure what I found, but I know I didn't like it. Richard had a way of...
I am so happy he is alive. Richard and I,
There was nothing entertaining about this.
I have not seen Richard in many years. We developed a show together, The Evolution of Stage Hypnosis
A social augmentation?
In conjunction with modern hypnotic techniques, something much more powerful than mere persuasion.
The technology Richard is using...
Binaural beats. Richard bounces his source transmission through a series of emitters that...
Right.
Richard is using a system of emitters that can intensify and adjust his frequency. His message is...
I don't need to imagine it. Why do you think Richard is doing this?
I cannot say for sure, but after the incident, after the way things began to change...
He didn't seem very broken to me. More like a guru of some kind.
No, Richard is not capable of hurting anyone. At least, he was not before. He was an idealist, the kind of man who...
These worlds you and Richard created through hypnosis, what were they exactly?
They were whatever people wanted, created together with the audience. Every night was different.
I'm not sure that's still true for Richard. His audience now, I'm worried they may be trapped.
It depends on the personality.
Tell me how to stop Richard.
Richard is conveying a vision of himself, of themselves, of an alternate community they are building together. If it is Richard's goal to keep...
Well, how do I do that?
The signal he is transmitting, its effect is limited to a specific radius, to the room.
So if I get to him, I'll be able to say or do whatever I want?
Yes.
I'm not promising anything. Something tells me if I...
There may be a better way. The emitters, they are somewhere in the room, yes? Okay, then, so wait. You wait. Just wait once. They are scrambling devices, our failsafe whenever things got ugly. Attach them to the emitters and it closes the ability...
And that'll be enough to make the people in the room see through them? We all believe that. There are better and worse ways of going about it.
You know exactly what you need to do.
Hey there.
I don't really get...
How about movies?
What kind of movie?
Oh, never mind.
What you really mean is you don't want to tell me. Calm down. What do you mean by...
Well, I figure a man like you...
You're not talking about...
Buy or sells, my friend.
Sure, I'll...
Well...
I think...
Feel free to come.
Always watching.
Why not?
Sorry.
Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling. Dozens were killed. And hundreds more injured yesterday.
How can we make deals with them?
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented.
What did you do that for?
I am protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent anyway. I'm not prejudiced.
This is a bad time. A culture of fear has gripped Prague.
Wonderful.
You are going to die with my car.
A customer! What? Hello.
What? What?
You can't be too careful.
Right. And I suppose you have all...
I do. But don't let the shop fool you, it is only a sideline. I mainly sell parts.
No,
I wouldn't. I get occasional memory loss. Ever since the incident. I got rid of...
You're what?
Never mind, anyway. Sure. But before you go, you don't by any chance have any neuropathy?
Why do you need it if you're not...
My brain still thinks I am.
Sorry, can't...
I understand. Things are tough everywhere.
Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world.
Good to...
I think...
No problem.
Can't defend against that kind of team. Here we go.
I don't like being this close to Natashka. I'm afraid of what might happen to me.
When was the last time you
Are you going to be a problem?
Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s rusákama.
Not much going on.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Milena, I got into the odd permit registry.
Hold on. That should give me access now as well.
Why am I seeing a security timer?
Probably because neither of us have done this before. Cross your fingers. I borrowed this employee ID from a guy in a bar.
Why does it say there's only one validation slot?
Shit! The city has quotas for this kind of thing. Prague is designed to regulate people to death.
What does that mean?
The system won't let this guy register 2 people. Just scan something. There isn't much time. Help 1 person at least. Good. Irenka's documents should hold up to any kind of scanning check now. She's as legit as she can be, without actually being legit.
I came here to help 2 people.
It doesn't always work that way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Edward now?
He probably ends up in Golem. Or he gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
Over there.
Always watching, because you are always watching. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday. That this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months.
I always get a little nervous when I go into the subway. I don't like the feeling.
I'm nervous about leaving the maze because I'm afraid.
Look at that.
Identification.
You are going to die when you see my new car. It's a 2020.
What is this?
Come into our territory.
Ready for a firefight. Some of them blood
Reporting to you live. Legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all powerful, unlike...
So, what would you do with a dead cannon?
Noisy gets you noticed.
Escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching.
How long should we keep looking?
Just keep searching.
Everyone's doing it. Why not me? Nothing here. Check over there yet?
You're really bad at stealth, you know that.
would you do with a dead cannon?
Noisy gets you noticed.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on in. Weapons for sale.
Information archived within the walls of
How long should we keep looking? On. I see 31. Even crazy you yobo. Yobo. You interested in some merchandise? Hey, are you interested in clean guns for a good price? Come on. I sell to anyone. Even crazy you.